Hi, my loves. It's your girl, Nicole Melissa, your resident matchmaker and relationship consultant, and I am here to help you do your work. So, those of you who are returning and who have subscribed, I thank you for coming back. I love you deep. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, welcome. I hope you stick around and subscribe and allow me to help you do your work so that you can be prepared and ready for your kingdom marriage. Okay, so as promised, we're going to get into intellectual intimacy and the reason why it's so important. I think a lot of people don't understand the importance of intellectual intimacy and how big a role it actually plays in most relationships. So, just as a refresher, intellectual intimacy is a cognitive experience. It is your in-depth conversations that you have. It's your problem-solving skills. It's how you collaborate as a team. All of those things fall under the umbrella of intellectual intimacy. So a lot of your relationship is going to be based on making decisions, right? And so you need to be intimate in that way so that you can really trust each other, okay? Because that's really important. Ladies, I'm going to talk to you for a second. It is really important that you get into the mind of your partner so you can understand how he thinks and why he thinks that way, because you, as his helpmate, are to be his extra set of peripheral vision, the eyes in the back of his head. You are to miss the T's that haven't been crossed and the I's that haven't been dotted. This is a part of your role. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get into the mind of your man and understand how he thinks and why he thinks that way so you can be most effective. Okay, fellas, you gentlemen, it is really important for your wife, for your kingdom spouse to be able to be as effective as you need her to be. You need to be on your P's and Q's as far as her emotional state, her emotional well-being. Okay, you need to be protecting her in that way by feeding her in that way because she requires that. Okay, so just so we are clear here, both parties have a role to play and they need to do it well for best results. Okay, so it's something that you need to take into consideration. Okay, so intellectual intimacy, again, wrapping it up, is it's the two minds are better than one. Okay, let me actually tell you a quick little story. You remember in the Bible when Nimrod wanted to build that Tower of Babel? And God confused them by giving them all different languages, because what did he say? The reason why he did that is because he was going to be successful in doing so because they were all on one accord. Okay? So that goes to show you that when everyone's mind is set on the same goal and they believe they can do this thing, it is possible. And God wasn't going to be able to stop it any other way other than to give them a bunch of different languages to confuse their tongue so that now they're not on the same page. Because like, what are you saying? Okay, say, what are you saying? Like, what? I didn't get that. What? Okay. So it goes to show you, when the two of you are on the same page, which God needs y'all to be on the same page, that's what you're doing here. Okay. You need to be on the same page. You will get done everything that he tasked you to do. Okay? So that's really important that you understand that. That's how important intellectual intimacy is in your relationship. Okay? Do not take it for granted and do not understate it. Okay? So that being said, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can practice intellectual intimacy in your relationship. Okay, so 1, make plans together. Okay, and have deep conversations about your plans. Okay, you want to strategize about, when I say plans, I mean goals. Okay, you want to have bigger goals as a unit. Okay, and then you need to learn how to strategize. Okay, so whether that is weekly, whether that is monthly, whether that is quarterly, whether that is yearly, however you choose, you need to come up with a goal as a couple and figure out how you're going to achieve that goal. Okay, that's the both of you using your minds to do a good thing. Okay. Two, you want to participate in cerebral activities. Okay, so that looks like learning something new together. It could be learning a language, a dance, taking a salsa lesson, or it could be a sporting activity. It could be chess, you know, and just something where it's going to cause you to think, right? And you want to watch each other think, right? And learn how each other comes up with the things that you come up with. You want to have thought-provoking conversations as well, cerebral conversations, things like questions like, what are you most afraid of? Or what makes you feel most alive? Okay, this is going to cause your person to have to think about that. Okay, you're not looking for a flippant answer. You're looking for a well thought out answer. Okay, so yeah, that's two. So three, you want to share ideas. Okay, you want to get in the habit of sharing ideas with each other. Okay, a win, lose, or draw, whether you think it's stupid or not, share that idea. Okay, and then welcome the feedback. The feedback is massively important. You might not always like what you hear, but it's good for you to hear it. Okay, because you want to understand where the other is coming from. Okay, so situations like that, that's just going to keep you stimulated and keep you curious. Okay, and that's going to be the key, the major key, to your relationship feeling satisfying, and most importantly, doing what needs to get done. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's lesson on intimacy. I will be back before you guys next week, and we will be into physical intimacy. Okay, that one's gonna be fun. Um, so that's it. So in between, in the meantime, in between time, I love you, mean it, and I'll see you in the next episode.